So hello again everybody, we're here on the Sunday evening. It's the 15th of May and it was very warm and sunny on Saturday, but today it's much cloudier and it's fairly cool too. And this little cycle we're on this evening is going to be from the Deputies Pass Glenealy to Wicklow town. So we're going to be going through what they call the Deputies Pass. A valley. It took its name back from troubled times when a deputy and a sheriff and some soldiers passed through here. Then we'll be taking the road on towards the beehive. We'll be going over the motorway, the M11, and then we'll be taking the route from the beehive to Wicklow town via Martin Road and into the town at the Abbey, and onwards I think down to the quays. I just need to check on a boat there at the quays. So enjoy the spin, and I'll be back. I'll talk a little here and there along the way. I don't know much of the history around here. I'd love to know more. The locals would tell you all about it. The local historian here, Tom Glynn of Glenealy, would be a great man to tell you all about this area, but he's steeped in history anyway. There's a popular walk here on the left, the Deputies Pass Woods there, Quailshire, and that'll be well worth a visit for anyone for a walk. It's a lovely area, or for a spin on your bike. So thanks again for watching this, and give me an old like if you can. Thank you. Just over there at the other side of that little field is the Deputies Pass River. It comes down from the western side of Glenealy village there, probably the western slopes of Carrick Mountain. Just looking at it there, and it flows on down through here and then down through 3 Mile Water and into the Irish Sea at a very historic place at 3 Mile Water, reputed actually to be a monastery, an island monastery, which has long since been covered by the sea, and many believe it was the first landing place of St. Patrick in this part of Ireland, maybe on the whole island, when it came here from Britain first. So that's the Deputies Pass River, and there's the picnic area and walk. I should say too, on the last spin my battery just died completely. I usually cycle this bike in eco mode, and coming back from Newtown Mount Kennedy, I put it into the tour setting, and it gives you a really great assist in the tour setting, I have to say. But after about, what had I done, about 6 or 7 Ks on that, it just the whole battery just went off, and I plugged it in last night after the when I got home, and I charged the battery. It looked like the battery had emptied, but it shouldn't have emptied like that. I mean, I only had cycled a short distance on the tour setting. That's only the mid setting on this bike. There's 2 higher levels of assist if you want them. So other than that, I charged the battery last night, and again this morning when I got up I plugged it in again. I don't like leaving these things plugged in overnight, because the adapters or the batteries might get hot, or it could cause a fire. So it's better to be there nearby. I think that's just my opinion though. So anyway, I charged today again fully, and this time I put it on the bike, so it's showing still a full charge. I'm after doing about maybe the best part of 20 kilometers so far today, and it seems to be fine. But now I have it on the eco setting again because, as I say, I like it's giving you a bit of a test, and it's good for the fitness. You get a nice assist here and there where there's hills, and a little bit of assist here on flat. If I go over 15.5 miles per hour, it's just me pedaling, and if I slow down much, say on a hill, there's sensors on the bike, and it's very good. It kicks in and gives you a little bit of assist when your pedals slow down when you're under pressure. So it is very good. I'm hoping it to stay reliable. There's a fault in it. There's a little mini computer in its battery, and it could be something there, but I learned online from a YouTube video that you do reset. You can hold the on off button on the battery for more than 10 seconds, and it appears to do a little reset then. So it's just 5 to 7 now on a Sunday evening, and it's you can see there's a lot of cloud about. It was very warm in Wicklow on Saturday yesterday, the 14th of May. Today it's much different, a lot different today, and I think there's a forecast for rain tomorrow, but I think past that later in the week it's to get warm again. So that's not surprising. I suppose May is considered a summer month. It's considered to be one of the summer months here, along with June and July. Now we're going through different townlands out here. I'm sorry, I don't know them. Don't know these particular ones, but they would be addressed as probably parts of Benelli. Barndarrick then would be the way we're looking there across that hill. You'd be into the Barndarrick areas, and then higher up the hill it'd be Rathdrum, the Sharps Hill, and that's up there where the animal sanctuary is. So we're on our way here to Wicklow town. Coming from Rathdrum to Wicklow, the main road would have took us to into Benelli village and Rathdrum villages, and then the main road to Wicklow there. But we could down to this route, this old route they call the Devil's Pass. And if you're travelling from Rathdrum to Wicklow and you don't need to drop off anywhere else, this is a good little, I don't know if it's an actual shortcut, but it avoids some areas that could have heavy traffic at times. So, and it's a bit quieter as well as regards to traffic and busyness of the road. Now we're coming to a T-junction. A right turn here will take us to either Barndarrick or on to Rathdrum even, and the left turn is taking us back to the Beehive, the M11, and of course in this case this evening to Wicklow. Our signpost there, and it's giving Wicklow as 9 kilometres. Now this part of the road is busy. Kilmacurry Gardens are on the right, and they can be very popular also, but because of the time I think a lot of that traffic would have quieted down. But weekdays this road is busy now in the mornings and evenings, and then it has a regular flow of trucks to and from the quarry. There's a nearby quarry here that gets a lot of business. So now we go on again. So this bike's set on eco. Now that doesn't mean I'm getting a free ride here. I'm actually having to work hard enough, especially on the hills there. Now we're back up to 15 miles per hour now, but that That's due to we're going down a small incline, just 16 miles per hour. It's been fairly dry for the last number of weeks. Below average rainfall in the east of Ireland anyway. Still going up a slight hill here, and I'm plodding along at about 10, now it's showing 11 miles per hour. You might hear there's a sun tour motor on these things, and you'll hear it there in the background. I think the camera may pick the sound up, but you will hear it sometimes when you're going up grades and it's kicking in. I'm happy here, still walking anyway. It's giving me a bit of help. Having come from a generation, I suppose, where when we were kids you were lucky to have a bike with starting off with maybe 3 gears on it. I remember my father telling me in their day, and he cycled a lot back in the day, and if you had any kind of gears on a bike back then, you were considered to be well off. People were poor, and there would have been very few that had bikes with gears, and he even remembered bikes with old dynamic tyres. He called them bone shakers. But the road surfaces were bad then as well. Man cutting his grass there. Going on well now. You can see there's still a fair amount of traffic on this road. And as per usual, some of them are inclined to drive a bit too fast for the conditions here. This is still a country road, and other people have to use it. Pedestrians, cyclists, there could be people on horses. There's farmers going about their work here with machinery as well. So have my front light there flashing. I have a red light showing on my helmet and I have another flashing rear light. Is that on? I notice my front light there is starting to show a little red indicator, which means it needs to be charged. So I just take it off and I get back home. It plugs into the USB socket on the computer on your laptop, and it's a really fast charging thing, and it gives great beams of light. I tend to use the flashing beam on those even in daylight conditions, because it lets motorists say on the road like this, they can see me coming well away there with the flashing light. If I hold my hand down in front of it there, you can see the reflection of my hand. Road, there's some potholes in the road as well, because there's heavy goods vehicles running over it regularly. Over there, about a kilometre, you might see the top of it. It's very large, and yeah, I think it emits very strong smells and odours at times. It can do that, but it's a very large scale landfill there anyway. Just over there to the west of us there. So we're getting near now the motorway bridge. We'll be crossing the motorway on the flyover, of course, and then we'll be on the stretch from the beehive to Wicklow town. And you can just see on the sign here, we're 6 kilometres out from Wicklow.